Hello, welcome back to Chicago Motorcars. I'm Chris Moran, and today we're going to take a look at a 2011 Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet. At the rear of the 911, like any 911, the Turbo S is equipped with a 3.8 liter twin turbocharged flat six engine. It is what they call VTG, which is variable turbine geometry, very flexible turbocharging system, a lot of mid-range and low-end torque. But obviously at 530 horsepower from the factory, this thing flies. This is mated to the PDK 7-speed transmission, which makes the absolute most of this power. 0 to 60 times under 3 seconds out of the factory. Add this exhaust to it, obviously it's probably going to give it a little bump in power, as well as the flexibility of the engine to breathe. Sounds amazing, drives like brand new. It just is a hell of a ride, so we'll get a chance to take a spin in a few minutes here. Just going to take a quick walk around just to show you, one, the equipment on the car, and also point out the condition. This really is in spectacular shape. The front end paint, everything's all original. You do have a clear bra, actually, that's protecting the front end of the car, basically all the way up to the doors, which is some supreme coverage if you ask me. The only real exception to the condition, and I'll call it out, is this lower chin spoiler here. Now this is actually made to be a bumper of sorts, so even though it does have a couple contact spots in it, it's essentially doing its job by having those on there. So easily replaced if need be, so no concern there. The driver's side of the car is absolutely brand new, completely stock. You can see these beautiful 19-inch wheels up here with a center lock cap right here in the middle, and also the yellow caliper indicates that it's equipped with the PCCB, which is Porsche carbon ceramic braking. But a pretty unbelievable system here. It is standard on the Turbo S, which is a pretty big option on the base turbo. But look down the side, I mean, it really is beautiful. You got these air intakes here for the turbo model as well, and then obviously a little bit larger tire on the rear here, but altogether, you know, brand new condition. Just going around from the rear to the passenger side to give you an idea of the condition. Again, I don't really have much to talk about. It's totally stock, excellent all the way around. Turbo S badging, obviously indicating the Turbo S model. Variable height rear spoiler. Now, these do look like the stock exhaust tips, but this car is actually equipped with an $11,000 Brombacher exhaust system, which you'll hear in a moment. It sounds pretty amazing. But looking down the passenger side, I mean, it really is in exactly the same shape as you'd see on the driver's side. Again, center lock wheels, carbon ceramic brakes, just beautiful. So what's it like behind the wheel of the Porsche 911 Turbo S? Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because it's exactly what I'm experiencing right now. Very comfortable. It's 84 degrees outside. Got my air-conditioned seat on. Windows are up, windscreen in place. I've got it in the normal drive mode. I'm literally as comfortable as can be, and the driving position is so conventional in a 911. And that's just one and the same, whether it's a Turbo S or just a base Carrera 2. They do feel one and the same. Obviously, this is the king of the hill Turbo S cab with the 7-speed PDK. It literally leaves you nothing to desire as far as amenities, because you've got heated and air-conditioned dual power sport seats here, perforated leather, navigation. It's touch screen now, which is great in the Porsches. A dynamite Bose sound system. Pretty much power everything, fully automated top, 4-wheel drive system. This car's got carbon ceramic brakes with it, with the center lock hub. I don't know. I challenge you to think of what other car has all this power plus this daily driver usability when you really consider the 4-wheel drive system. Here's something else to consider. You've got an $11,000 exhaust system on this car that obviously allows it to breathe much better than just your regular Turbo S. So you got to be making, you know, 550-ish horsepower in this tune, just because of the freeness of the breathe of the car. It's totally livable, it's totally civil, it doesn't feel like a brute that's going to get away from you. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Some people, you know, don't want the attention a Ferrari or a Lamborghini necessarily brings. But to the true Porsche-phile, they'll know that this car is heads and shoulders above the rest. I'm going to pop it over to the left and put it in manual mode just so I can drive it how I like to drive it. And then you get guys in Camaros that want to race you. Sorry, buddy. I think I'd toast your V6 in a heartbeat. I have the windscreen in place. And actually, this goes out to my man, Jason Sterling. What's up, man? Yes, these windscreens do work. I'm going 55 miles an hour. Look at these locks, they're not moving. There you go. But look how smooth and calm this car is. You could be out here, I could be on my Bluetooth phone right now, even with the top down, going 60 miles an hour. And it's as smooth as can be. But if you really look at the interior of this car, obviously you got a sport steering wheel here with some illuminated, like when you put it in Sport Plus mode, it actually illuminates right in the steering wheel here. PASM, which is Porsche Active Suspension Management. You can probably tell it's riding like a skateboard right now, because as soon as you hit Sport Plus, it turns on the sport mode for the suspension, which has virtually no play. Turn that off, go back to comfort. But here, just gotta keep downshifting. It's so smooth, there's no drama. You really don't feel the shift even when you're downshifting. And I know it's kind of an antithesis of having a supercar, to have a daily driver agreeable car like this. It's black, which is absolutely classic on a Porsche. I don't know. I've got nothing to fault it for. Drives like brand new. Carbon ceramics are awesome. Pretty badass. Definitely gets my thumbs up.